Hey guys, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from theshrinkingpastor.com. And together, we,
The three of us,
are Marco Men's Breakfast Club. Welcome.
Hey.
Hi.
Good morning.
Thanks. You too.
I just realized I am wearing the same shirt as last week.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it happens, right? I mean, sometimes I get up and I put on the same clothes as last week.
Yep, sometimes.
So, let's get started on the smoking. We have some Sutliff tobacco.
Sutliff tobacco.
We got a bunch of Sutliff at the Tap Show. We got a bunch at the Pipe Show in Chicago. And like some of the other YouTubers out here, they have sent us some samples to smoke. And, you know, we, I think like many have debated whether that's something we want to get into. Are you selling your channel when you accept free tobacco? And we realize that, you know what, this is a company who wants people to try their tobacco. And they're going to give it to us for free. So, on the condition that we are honest about our review, we're going to smoke this tobacco. So, thank you, Sutliff.
That's right.
And let's get
into it. And
it.
Anyone else who wants to send us free tobacco? Bring it.
Hey, as long as you don't mind us
being honest
about it, because we're gonna. And we're gonna smoke this today. What is the?
So this is Blend No 5. Blend
No
5.
No, that's
Blend,
No 5.
Blend 5. Balanced smoking tobacco, cool with a rich flavor. I almost read that as ranch flavor. I would have been
cool ranch flavor.
Really upset if it didn't have a ranch flavor.
It's number 5, boy, not No 5. Not just 5.
Clearly, N-O, period.
Blend number 5. This is, as I predicted. What is in that?
It's
I mean, it's an English blend. What is that?
That's Latakia?
It's Latakia.
Yeah.
All right. As a result of that,
comes from the land of tea and crumpets.
And because of that, we are going to break in our, at least I am, Shortstop. The Shortstop, mentioned a few weeks back, is a new pipe from Missouri Meerschaum. It is something that I think, when I first saw it, I thought, well, who needs that? And I realized I need that. It's a pipe that would be ideal for sampling something that you might think would funk up your pipe.
Or in the instance that you want to feel like a giant.
Or, have you ever had that situation where friends or coworkers who are cigarette smokers take a quick break? It doesn't make any sense to take out my pipe because I won't get anywhere through the pipe. This looks like it's going to be about a 15-minute smoker.
Just tell your friends to sack up and smoke another cigarette. Sorry, YouTube. Did I just say sack up? Yes, I did. Gosh, I'm feeling a bit ornery today. I apologize.
All right. What this is the miniature pipe, the one that I used to grab as a kid that was basically like a keychain.
Mm-hmm.
Only they've extended the wooden shank or stem on it and made it a length that's actually longer than...
You mean the weed pipe?
Look at that. It's longer than a Morgan nose warmer.
And it feels twice as long because of just the
size?
The appearance.
No, it's not a weed pipe unless you live in Colorado and Washington and parts of Oregon and California and Vermont.
Or you visit any of those vape shops. I think we've talked about before, every single vape shop I've ever been to, with one exception, and this was a legitimate shop built from a vaping website. If you Google vape shops or e-cigs on Google Maps, every place is just a head shop with like 4 crappy e-cigs. Oh gosh, this one place I went into, Smoky Shays, should have been my first warning. The e-cig stuff was on a shelf this big. They had one type of battery, one type of tank, and all around it were marijuana vaporizers. Not the same thing.
How are they not the same thing?
Not the same thing. I don't know. Those actually are burning marijuana. E-cigs
Are they
don't.
burning them? Burning, is it working like a hookah?
I don't know. Well, probably like a hookah.
We should research.
I really don't know, but I know it's not even the same.
That's what Whoopi's into. Whoopi Goldberg. She's into vaporizing marijuana.
Not a surprise. That's nice.
Yeah. I think, like with all corncob pipes, you got to be careful the first couple smokes because, let's face it, you're taking a flammable product and putting it into a flammable product and setting it on fire, hoping that only one part burns. And so you don't want to pack the tobacco so densely that it becomes
Coals.
Well, no, you don't want the tobacco to be less burnable, combustible than the cob. You want to let the air flow past the cob and through the tobacco.
That's what I mean. You don't want it to become burning coals that are igniting the fire that is the cob.
Yeah.
I had that happen when the very first time I smoked my lumberjack, because that's made out of that rosewood, which is much lighter than briar.
No,
and
that's pearwood.
Pearwood, that's right. Which is much lighter and I think less dense. And so I had I had some of my tobacco burn into the side of the bowl of that.
In fact, I wonder what the specific gravity is of that. Probably the same as the gravity everywhere in the world. To be specific.
Pulling way back.
All right. Something else I want to talk about and share with you guys.
Why are we smoking an English blend?
Thank you for bringing that around. Well, because we were thinking of our buddy Thom, the diabetic man. I keep wanting to say the Tobaccoman. He needs to change his name.
Yeah. Your real name, your legal name, not your YouTube name.
Yes. No. Tobaccoman Provost is what I'm suggesting.
That would actually make an amazing superhero costume. You should get on that. In fact, Thom, if you're watching, get your daughter to draw you
instead of
as
a cape,
Tobaccoman.
or as a cape, a giant tobacco leaf. Maybe two, like
that would be amazing.
Like wings.
That would be awesome.
Anyways, we all know Thom is a big fan of Sir Walter Raleigh, and not just Sir Walter Raleigh, but specifically Sir Walter Raleigh in a cob. And he shows up at the pipe show in Chicago wearing a Sir Walter Raleigh belt buckle, which I think I even mentioned at one point in one of our previous videos. So Thom, while I was in Orlando recently, Thom sends a package to me, and then he keeps voxing, saying, "Hey, did you get the package? Did you get the package? You get the package? Got the package? Hey, that package, you get it?" It's like, dude, I'm not even in town. And
if you don't know what Voxer or voxing is, Voxer is an app that you can get for your Android or iPhone, smartphone, or probably Windows phone
or
too,
iPad,
and it's like a walkie-talkie app. So it's kind of like if you wanted to send.
Remember Nextel?
Yeah, except it shows up like voice messages. So it's like I'm sending you a voice message that you can play in real time and listen to it as I'm talking, and it saves it on your device, and I don't have to call you or mess with it. So bleep bleep, and I'm talking, and all of a sudden you get the response.
You know what?
And then you can respond to it.
We're going to talk about Voxer. Let's go ahead and talk about Voxer.
But what's cool about it, and also can be frustrating, is you can get a group of people to Vox. So you can have 10 people in the same chat, basically, except it's a voice chat. Now, that's great, except it can also be frustrating because if you are busy during the day, if you don't have the time to really invest in the conversation, you get on there and you have 100 notifications. So just like if you've ever been in a group email that you didn't have as much free time as everyone else, it can be a bit frustrating. So you gonna Vox me or what?
No. I mean, I guess I can.
Hi, this is a Vox.
I'll do it from my phone. My iPad is both Wi-Fi and 3G, but I usually leave the 3G off. All right, so I just got a message says Seth Markwood is voxing.
So what's cool about Voxer is it doesn't use any of your minutes. It does use data, but it doesn't use any data if you're on your Wi-Fi network. And so it's great if you want to voice communicate back and forth with someone, but you may know that they are busy right now. They're either asleep or whatever.
I have been voxing through the Wi-Fi on a Delta flight on the way to Germany. And so, in that case, I wasn't talking, though I could have. And maybe I did. Maybe
It's got pictures and chat.
Maybe there was a moment that I said yes. But you can see here, in this conversation with Boy, there are some text messages, and there are some voice messages there. And the different colors represent his side of the conversation, my side of the conversation. So here's a message.
So there are times he might vox me while I'm at work.
Hi, this is a Vox.
So he might.
That was very informative.
Yeah.
Thank you, Boy. Good information, and thank you for sharing that on Mark with Men's Breakfast Club.
So he might shoot me a vox while I'm at work, and I can listen to it with headphones, but I can't respond with voice, but I can respond with a text.
So he can click on the button here that converts the conversation to text. He can also send a picture. Now, you might say, well, I can leave a voicemail message. I can already text now, so why would I need an app that does that? That's it. It's an app. It's one thing that I can have voice, text, and picture conversations. Now, one little rule that we have internally in our family is respond in kind. If I get a text message from Boy, it usually means he's not able to speak. So if he's in a classroom trying to be quiet and all of a sudden that message comes blazing through, and you can set it to where it's either, like he said, either something you have to put it up to your ear. And in fact, if it's on speaker, if you bring it up to your ear, it'll change automatically. But anyway, I keep getting these messages from Thom. Did you get the package? Did you get the package? Did you get the package? Finally,
Best feature about Voxer is you can fast forward. Once a message has come in and is finished, right? You can listen to the message in real time as the person's talking, but once it's finished, you have the option to fast forward. And there are some people I Vox with that talk so slowly that I listen to them at minimum 2 times speed, some of them 3 times speed, and a couple of them on 4 times speed.
It's a normal speed.
Normal speed. Especially some people that will talk for 5 or 6 minutes before they end their side of the conversation. You got to do it. So that's wonderful for that. If you're friends with a slow talker, get them to Vox.
You can hit stop or pause and move to your own side of the conversation if you want to. But if you want to hear everything they have to say first, yeah, you can speed it up.
So anyway, voxing with Thom.
Thom asking if I got the package. Finally, yes, I got the package. Do you want me to open this now, Thom, or do you want me to open this as a yabo? And he hemmed and hawed and finally said, I want you to enjoy it. Enjoy it now, and if you want to, you can share it on video. So here it is. Thom, the diabetic man, sent me my very own Sir Walter Raleigh belt buckle. Now check this thing out. I mean, it is really a thing of beauty, and it is patented. And what's patented? It's got a bottle opener built into the back. This is something he didn't share with us in Chicago.
Well, we never got to party time.
We never
right?
And we never got to where he was taking his belt off.
That's right. You can only have drinks when you're getting naked, apparently. So, Thom, I really appreciate that we didn't see party time.
Party Thom.
Party Thom.
So,
Party Tobaccoman.
Thank you, Thom. And I got to find a belt now. And we met somebody whose family is in the leather industry. I wonder if I can get some leather and
yeah, probably
get myself a belt that'll fit that. So none of my belts have that style or accept like an interchangeable belt buckle like that. So I'll have to find one.
And so, in honor of Thom and
we are
Sir
not
Walter Raleigh,
smoking Sir Walter Raleigh.
We are not, because we just can't stand that.
I didn't say that.
Because the Sir Walter Raleigh that we have is like dried out and crusty. It's no good. And it came that way. That was what's frustrating. We got it from the store crusty.
We have since gotten better to Sir Walter Raleigh.
But Sir Walter Raleigh was English, we're smoking an English blend.
Was he English? Are you sure?
We Googled it.
Yes, we did.
Quit playing dumb. I am sure.
I'm your straight man here. You're worthless sometimes.
Sometimes I just want to get to the point.
Speaking of that, tell me about the Shortstop. What do you think?
I like it. I'm already done. So it was a really quick, brief smoke. I think
15 minutes in.
I think that for tasting tobacco, if you're strictly doing like a taste test, it's good. However, I think that if you are wanting a quick smoke, I still prefer the nose warmer. I like the nose warmer.
That's a pretty big pipe, though.
Yeah, but it's
Capacity-wise.
a good size. I mean that gets me a 25, 30-minute smoke.
Yes,
which is nice. It was perfect during Tobacco Advent for that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think if you're just doing like a strictly tasting, this is a good way to go. Should we do this? We're talking about tasting. So last thing,
I gotta probably use that. This nasty English tobacco.
I have some Tostitos chips, and Mike Miller on YouTube, Duke Avon.
Not Avon.
Avon. I've been saying it wrong, but I don't care.
Mike.
He was up in Chicago with us, and we got to chatting about all sorts of fun stuff. Really enjoyed sitting and talking with him. He's a great guy. If you get an opportunity to pick his brain, do it. And he said
he was not only a participant, but he was a contender in the amateur.
I think he won.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
It's close.
Yes, it was very close.
Like third place. Yeah.
He was second place. Anyway, in the Cobb Foolery contest last year with a really cool pipe.
Yeah. So. Information about that should be coming up soon, ish.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep your eyes posted. But he said, and he swears by this. Now, I mostly trust him, but I know he's a bit of a joker,
a leg puller,
prankster. So I'm not fully bought in yet. But he says if you have Tostitos,
he's into planking.
Yes,
he's a plankster.
Plankster. Yes. He says Tostitos corn chips. The salty, they got to be full salt.
Wait. He said the restaurant variety. Those are the scoops.
That's true. Well, this was all that they had.
This might not work.
It might not. You're right. He said the restaurant variety. According to a couple of the other guys, because he, I didn't believe him. He asked a couple of the other guys, "What do you use? What do you use?" And they said
these were the guys
salty chips.
These were the guys that were smoking hot rivet, though.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I'm not sure what to believe from those guys.
No, but see, I liked hot rivet. But he says you have a couple of chips and kind of chew them up into a paste, kind of move them around your mouth, and he swears that it cleanses your palate between smoking. He says it gets rid of most of the flavor. He does that at the end of the day of smoking before he's going to go home and kiss his wife. So if this works, maybe my wife won't be mad at me. And it's a good time to do this, given we just had the English blend.
We can go kiss his wife.
She doesn't seem to mind after you've had the chips. Not kissing on her.
All right. No salsa, though.
Well, you don't want the salsa. It'll cut your tongue.
Perhaps so. One thing that we discussed a long time ago is Markwood Men's Breakfast Club, though it is named a Breakfast Club, should probably not involve two big guys eating. There's nothing pleasant about watching two big guys eating. Well, here we are eating.
I know that there are parts of the internet that would love that.
We will keep this to a minimum. Were you running it around your mouth?
Mm-hmm. Now, in fairness...
They're really salty.
Mm-hmm. In fairness, I didn't have enough of that with the Shortstop to really coat my mouth.
This makes sense, though, because it contains oil. The cooking oil is going to coat your mouth a bit. Salt. Corn. What's not to like about this?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't work, I'm not upset. had corn chips.
What we need is your new torch
I have it.
and some cheese.
Yeah. If you get a chance to watch Alton Brown's channel
It's
on
your
YouTube, you should do
channel. Oh, man.
He made grilled cheese, where he grilled the cheese, actually put the cheese on spatulas. He took a spatula, made a wall with aluminum foil, and put the cheese on that to melt the cheese, and then took the melted cheese and put it on toasted bread, and then toasted the whole thing. Grilled, yeah. I don't know.
That worked. That worked because you know what I was thinking that was just too much, that English
Yeah.
for me. Wow.
That.
Good suggestion, Mike. To keep some of these in the van.
Or in the shop.
Maybe. Just,
Yeah, as far as I can tell, that's effective. That's awesome. Now, the real test will be after a long day of filming.
you know what it's doing? It's making you take your tongue and run it all the way around
yeah.
your teeth. And
That's right. That's why it works. You actually clean your mouth trying to get the chip out.
it's like a dog biscuit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Alton Brown. So, Alton Brown's channel on YouTube is fantastic. His videos are really short. And they are on just a single topic. And so he did one on dog biscuits, dog treats, which is hilarious. It all begins with his discussion of why dogs worldwide, universally, like to eat cat turds. And then it goes on from there. And he did one on how to take the cork out of a
Champagne bottle with a saber.
With a saber. What else has he done? The grilled cheese. He's only got like 6 videos out right now, but he's been putting them out every week.
He made one good way to hold your condiment bottles is taking an egg carton and putting that in the side door in your fridge because they stand
Just the bottom
upright.
half of the egg carton. Yeah. He also has been doing another show, which is a recap of what's that show? Cutthroat Kitchen. That is fantastic, that recap, because he sits with in that show, he's got competitors that are cooking, but they are throughout the course of the competition, they have an opportunity to screw the competitor by winning an auction and forcing the competitor to do something, either to incorporate a really bad ingredient or to lose an ingredient or cook with something silly. And then there's a guest judge, a chef that comes in and judges. And all the chef knows is this round is grilled cheese. He doesn't know that one person had to replace their bread with Zwieback toast or something that's just weird. Or the only cheese they were allowed to use is they had to harvest the cheese out of cheese crackers, taking it apart and scraping it out. And anyway, so he does the rundown with the guest judge and explains to them what they had to do. And it's so funny watching them laugh. It's like, I swear I tasted that. In one case, they were making like sloppy joes, and one person had to make it with their protein being Spam.
I'd eat that. That's
well,
cool.
actually, the judge was saying the problem wasn't the flavor. The problem was the texture. They took the Spam and they basically made mush out of it. And they said, it just had no texture. Anyway, Alton Brown.
Mushy Spam.
Let's link to that. Let's link to Alton Brown.
Okay.
The behind the scenes.
He takes care of the links.
The behind the scenes show is actually just a part of the Food Network channel. So if you subscribe to it, you're going to get a lot of different things that you just have to ignore. But that one in particular is really good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up. Now I got
corn chips.
I got corn chips all over my teeth. My wife's not going to want to kiss me.
Mike, how do you get the corn chip flavor out of your mouth? You didn't tell me.
It's easy. You brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Make it a great week. Talk to you guys next week.
Thanks for watching. Check out MMBClub.com for more information on
Food
how you
Drug
can help
Administration.
fight the FDA. Later.